You won't believe it's linked to the casino. Jack realizes it might be tied to the casino, with those number secret codes for funds. Sanchez became a casino guard after leaving. He must have witnessed something astonishing. They approached the casino manager, claiming to be ex-special investigation team members and suspecting a $65 million gambling scam. Normally, any bets over $100,000 definitely raise eyebrows. The manager said it would take some time to check the accounts, but happily arranged for them to stay in a luxury suite at the hotel tonight to talk about a double jackpot. They stayed in a $20,000 a night presidential suite, but couldn't relax. Jack and Julie took a midnight stroll, reminiscing about their adventures together. Suddenly, they noticed being followed by two shady figures. Julie guessed they aimed for her casino winnings, but Jack suspected foul play as their plates were from New York. Seen on the highway, they might be armed hitmen. Sure enough, a scarred man jumped out, and they ducked into a nearby site, playing hide and seek. Since the police were chasing them, calling for help was out. They split up to handle it their way. The scarred man sliced at Jack's shirt. Jack grabbed a weapon and fought back, taking down his opponent like an action star. Meanwhile, Julie managed to subdue another killer girl power. But to their surprise, the lead scarred guy's sidekick showed up from behind and got taken out. The scarred man threw his gun backward, but thankfully Jack arrived right on cue. With a heroic combo, Jack saved the day and gave the scarred man a severe beatdown. He found the car keys and a phone on him, bingo. Jack spotted a number he recognized from frequent calls and dialed it without hesitation. After a long night of battles, the casino manager found them to say there were no issues with the casino's accounts. But during the investigation, the police brought bad news. Two more of Jack's team members were found dead in the wilderness. They had also been tortured and tossed from a helicopter. Jack's heart dropped when he saw this. He immediately turned around to arm himself with a few handguns for the imminent battle. The team was happy with their combat gear, then set off for New City. The only clue they had on the killers who were after them today was a parking card from the New Age company. They believed they could find something once they got there. But halfway through, a cop car pulled them over. Given that they previously had a run-in with the law, arrest was a given. Sure enough, the bald cop from that day showed up, and after checking them over, he took Jack back. Although Jack had mysteriously gotten a beatdown last time, the cop surprisingly said he wouldn't press charges and instead invited Jack to the precinct for some help. Jack helped him crack the special investigation into the homicide. The bold officer gave a lead they hadn't found before an unprinted document was discovered in Calvin's. The poor printer was out of ink, so the paper hand-printed. It contained a plan for a terrifying operation. Planner was a guy named Azari Mahmood, and the police couldn't find anything on him. But Jack instantly recognized the name. It started with AM, so he must be one of the mysterious person's aliases. Jack swiftly jotted down all the names beginning with AM from his USB drive. He urged the police to investigate the trails of those names. After some intense info hunting, the bold cop finally had a break. Surprisingly, one of the names Jack had just written down actually appeared in the betting records. AM had purchased a ticket from Denver to Kennedy just an hour ago. If this guy checked in, the police would be ready to nab him. Just then, the mysterious man had arrived at the airport, routinely surveilling every traveler when he noticed a guy searching around gingerly. Looking the other way, he noticed another guy doing some searching too. Sensing something was off, he casually moved closer to the second guy. He pretended to bump into the guy's suitcase, offering to help pick it up, and then immediately confirmed his suspicions. His suitcase was empty. A passenger wouldn't come to the airport with an empty suitcase. His cover might have just been blown. He reported this to his employer, explaining that this genius had already come up with a plan B. At this moment, Amy and Julie had successfully arrived at the airport of the New Age. They were about to spring into action, ready to put on a show to wrap up this chase with a flourish. They had all the companies mapped ready and smoothly made it to their designated areas. They began gathering intel, packing away everything they could see or not see. Jack stumbled upon a bottle of 82 Lafite and shamelessly stuffed it into his pack too. As he walked through the corridor, he snagged a company photo too. Time was ticking, only 2 minutes left. Everyone jumped in the car on time, except for Jack, who was still missing. He kept murmuring to himself that there was no way they could leave without him. Jack was firmly convinced that everything would turn out perfectly well this time, and they would definitely succeed in escaping the company. The group began sorting through their findings, but Jack was shocked to learn that their missing teammate, Swan, was actually an employee at the company as security supervisor, no less. Could it be that he had turned traitor and caused the deaths of the other two teammates? Jack couldn't believe it. He had always seen Swan as a trusted partner. So he believed Swan disappeared due to company threats. But Joe reminded them of their special investigation team's past. The team had cracked down on a trafficking case and was all set to celebrate when a member noticed something was off. They had seized 48 pounds of contraband, yet only counted 47 at the scene, and Swan had been the one responsible for transporting the goods. All eyes turned to him in suspicion, and the team decided to check his car for any leftover evidence. After conducting a thorough search, Swan eventually found a pound of contraband hidden beneath the driver's seat. Although the contraband was located, from that very moment onwards, everyone began to sense that there was something suspicious about Swan's character. Going through Swan's emails revealed that as the company's security supervisor, he had been copying all communications to his boss and 6 other security guards. Sharing information is normal for a team, but there was one email he hadn't CC'd anyone on. Swan hated the guitar tune, yet Julie found that the 6th song was called Little Wings, and that sparked a thought in Jack's mind. He remembered seeing a government defense document also titled Little Wings, which was the biggest contract the New Age company had signed, a real head-scratcher. The order for the document was a congressman indicating that the whole Little Wings project had some serious shady business going on. They decided they needed to extract useful info from that congressman. This guy had some serious connections and would be a high-stakes target. The college campus had some intel on him. He had 2 DUI records while in college, but they strangely vanished. He was into classical music and was set to attend a concert tonight. It seemed all they needed to do was set the perfect trap. First, they headed to the mall to grab a suave suit. Once Jack tried it on, he transformed into a dapper gentleman. Angela's gown was truly breathtaking. Her unique charm had the power to send any fan into a frenzy. They arrived at the concert, where Julie feigned being a naive beauty and accidentally bumped into a dog. Oops. Her charms quickly attracted the target, and after a tactical seduction, he was soon lured into her luxury car. If you enjoy our stories, remember to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit that bell icon for handy updates.